Hi guys, we're back again. Me and Ben this time on the left hand side of Friars. There's a strong southwesterly wind, so not our first choice of venue, but you know, nice tucked out away here, and it has been producing some fish, so we should be on some fish here. You know, the other venues that we were going to go to, you'd have been smacking your face with this wind. It wouldn't have been comfortable, and filming would have been nigh on impossible. So we'll see how we get on today now.
Yeah, as Dave mentioned, we're not on the venue we want to be on, but it's nice and comfy here. We got here at low water just to set up and mainly to get the venue, because I don't want to be further in the bay where it's shallower and low tide, and I definitely don't want to be up on the top because the wind is absolutely howling. Just going to run through what baits we're going to be using today. As I mentioned in the previous video, I keep my sand eel in the cooler flask. It keeps them solid frozen, and when you're baiting them up, they hold their shape, and most importantly, they don't pop their guts and go all mushy and horrible. Just get a much better bait presentation and getting the most out of your bait. Sand eel. Also using squid. You can use these on their own, but we generally cut them down and whip them around, making anchovy wrap, sand eel wrap, bluey wrap, etc. So squid, I take them pretty much every time I go ray fishing. Another proven bait and becoming very popular, especially around the South Wales coastline, anchovies. You can use them on their own, or you can use them with a squid, making the anchovy and squid wrap. Absolute dynamite bait for all the rays, conger, cod, bass, etc. We have also got blueies. These are one of my favourite baits. These are the small blueies. You can do one on its own, a whole one. You can butterfly it, or just use a small section as a tipping off bait. Absolutely dynamite. I've caught so many blonde rays on these. 2 blonde rays over 20 pounds, and quite a few mid to high doubles. Absolute dynamite bait. All we're using today is a 5 to 6 foot pulley, a 7-ounce lead, with the 5/0 full circle with 300-pound dongle.
Got the first blonde of the session. Again, not the biggest, but you know, like I said it the other day, it's the average stamp of them. On the dongle, smacking the scissors there, perfectly hooked. So you're not very big, small female. But, first of many, hopefully.
So, just going to do a bait demonstration. Bait of choice is anchovy squid wrap. So, I'm going to start off with my anchovy. I'm going to just cut it on the gill plate. Take that off there and tail it. Cut the tail off. Using my dongle puller, I'm going to push it up through there. Get the dongle through, well, the dongle puller through the loop of the dongle. Dongle. Pulling it through like so. Through the tougher part, which is the back, I'm going to just push the up through there. Just something for the hook to grip onto. You can use this as just something extra to grab onto whilst you whip it up. Getting the bait elastic. Whip it all the way at the top, up towards the hook, and back down again. Just what I like to do is cut a little bit off just to get it into a point. I like to do this just so the elastic tightens down on the end of that dongle by the knot. Tightens all the way down so it ain't going to fall off, because we want bait on it. Right the way up to the hook, and then just going to lean that hook backwards and then whip over the top. Keeping it nice and secure. Can't really have enough elastic. Squeezes all the juices out of that bait. Then head off the squid, cut it down the centre, opening it up. It's quite a big squid, so I'm just going to take a little bit off there. Measure him up. Keeping all those guts in there, extra scent. That's what it's all about, is the scent. You know, in the Bristol Channel, as you all know, it's quite murky water. So it's all about the scent. As I was saying about the dongle, use that just something else to grab. Nice big juicy bait. Hopefully finds a blonde's lips around it. Eat it. All that blood in that. Absolutely beautiful. Super juicy. So here we have. You get all different angles just to tighten it down onto the knot of the dongle there, just before the loop. Nice big, juicy anchovies and squid wrap. Lovely. So, as I was doing that bait demonstration, I looked up and the right hand rod was completely slack. Tightened it up thinking the tides pushed my lead through into the bait, but had a good long pull over, taking line on the ratchet. So hopefully blonde on. This is on the bluey and squid. See that slacking. Missed it. Missed it, David.
What?
Missed it. Nothing there. So, as you can see on this left rod, it was pulled over in the tide, like this rod here, the right rod, but we notice that it's just sprung up. So that usually means a ray has settled on the bait, just moving that lead slightly. So hopefully it's going to start pulling over. Any minute now. The thing is with the rays, you don't want to rush these bites because they do just sit on there mouthing at the bait. You want to wait until they actually take off. It's definitely moved because because it's come up slack, so hopefully he starts pulling off. So I don't think it's anything big, but possibly a spotted or smaller blonde. We had a bit of a slack line earlier on. Nothing really happened after that, but just got in to change the baits. Feels like a bit of weight there. Wouldn't say there's anything massive, even though it's starting to fight back a bit now. So, nice blonde ray, double sand eel and squid. Corner of the mouth with a dongle. Trying to turn, using the T-bar, turns that hook upside down. So much easier. Nice blonde ray on the double sand eel and squid. It's not the biggest array. We had a slack line bite off it earlier. Nothing really come of it then. I just left it for a little while and went in to change bait and just to check it. And there's a nice bit of weight there. So happy days. Hopefully catch some more as the tide starts rising up. Get a bit more depth there. Yeah, let's get him back. It's ideal having studded boots. Venues like these, just grips it, gives you so much more grip. To worst thing that can happen is you fall in the water, which we definitely don't want that. So let's get him back up by here. Watching out for those swells. Nice little kick and away she goes. This cast got a whole anchovy, a whole squid, 7-ounce lead. Let's get it out there. So another little top tip, when you're fishing places with a really strong tide pull, it's possible of blankets of weed coming through, hits your line, or even a big fish pulls the rods over. We work hard for our money, and rods, reels, they're not cheap, are they? So to save damaging an eye, scratching up your prized possession, get your rod stand down securely. I use a bungee rope to secure it down, and just takes off any risk of those rods going over. Dave, onto another fish.
Yeah, we got a fish on. It's not particularly big by the feels of things at the moment. It's been out there a while and it just slackened up. To be honest, I thought it might be the tide easing because it has eased off a bit, but then tightened down, slackened again. now I've just picked into it, we've got a bit of weight there, nothing major. That one was a nice mixture of anchovy, sand eel and squid. So, fingers crossed, blonde. Right, we got another blonde yet. I didn't think it was actually going to be as big as this because it didn't do anything, but it could have something to do with the fact that it's missing quite a bit of its tail there, and that's bleeding quite a bit now, so it doesn't look like it was that old, to be honest with you. That could be quite a recent bite off by something. So, alright. Yeah, he's still same, average stamp at the moment. Dongle smack in the middle of the mouth. And he's absolutely destroyed the bait in all fairness. So yeah, let's go get him back in and hopefully he swims off alright with only half a tail. Out she goes!
Had a nice bit of slack line on this rod. Just holding a bit of tension, just to see if it keeps slacking or if it's going to pull over. Yeah. It's hard to tell with that wind hitting the tip. Oh, that was a pull then. I think we got a blonde on. Feels a little bit of better weight than the first few we had. Anchovy, sand eel and squid.
Copying me, see?
What have we got on the net now, mate?
Oh yes sir, I shall do as you say.
Another nice blonde ray. Not a bad little fight on it, felt a bit heavier. It's not the biggest, but they all seem to be around 8 to, and if you're lucky, a double figure. Low doubles are kind of hard to come by, seems to be this year. But yeah, it's a lovely fish. Got to make sure they don't bite your fingers if you hold them like this, because they got a powerful crunch, which you definitely don't want. But yeah, absolutely beautiful fish. They're really nice to fish for. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Let's get them back.
So watch out for those swells. And there she goes. Yeah, she's there.
Davies on.
That's another squid sand eel an anchovy wrap. This does not feel big in the slightest.
No?
No. Let's swim it in. Could possibly be because I'm gaining some line on it quite quickly. Yeah, that's just got to be swimming straight in, hasn't it? He's only a little one, which you know, it is definitely the smallest, probably about what, £3 if that, not even that I would have said. It's only little, but same size as our tidy spotted in all fairness, but you can tell it's a small blonde. As you can see, the spots go all the way up to the edge. You know, on a spotted they'll stop before the frills, so that's the easy way of telling whether it's a small blonde or a spotted. For a perfect follow-up for Dave's explanation on the difference between a blonde and a spotted ray, I go and land a beautiful little spotted. Have a look at the markings on that. Absolutely stunning. But like Dave was describing, the frill of the wing, the dots don't go all the way. But as well as it's a different shape as well to the blonde. Try not to drop him. But just look at that. Absolutely stunning little fish. It's not the biggest, but they only grow 5–6 pound if you're really, really lucky. But have a look at the thorns on top of him, following all the way down. These are great little fish. Beautiful. So I've had another nice slackline bite on this one. I've left it there for a little while. Hopefully it's still there. Let's find out. This was the last cast of the night, so after this we're going to be packing up. Oh, and she's there. Wouldn't say it was massive, but she's definitely pulling back. For those that don't know or not done it before, this is how the T-bar works. See the hook? Get it on the round part of the T-bar, turn the hook upside down. As simple as that. So, just to finish the night off, this was my last cast. Had a load of slack line there, left it for a little while, just as I started packing away. And I don't know, £8 maybe. It seems to be the average stamp this year. They're not the biggest, but they're still lovely fish either way. Absolutely beautiful, aren't they? Let's call it a night.